Hello, welcome to EPG Pathshala. We are doing module 31, Learning Management Systems. Once we finish with this module, you will have a basic idea of what are learning management systems. You will have an understanding of the characteristics or the features of learning management systems, the advantages and disadvantages that come with the management systems, and also application of learning management systems. Earlier, teaching and learning process was teacher centered. Chalk and talk method. Teacher was the source of knowledge for the student and student was a passive participant. Today, with the enhancement of technology, there has been a paradigm shift in the way learning and teaching experiences are imparted to the students. Today's student is an active participant in the teaching learning process that take place. Teacher is not the only source of knowledge for the student. With this, the latest trend in education is being the e-learning, which is technology enhanced learning. Here, the learning materials and resources are made available to the student over the internet, and the student can sit at home in the comfort of their homes. They can make use of the material and obtain degrees right with the comfort of their homes. Even though internet allows for the hosting of the learning material, the management, the administration and tracking of this material and the student becomes a difficult aspect. This is where learning management systems come in. Learning management system is a web-based software solution to simplify the administration of a learning program. It can track the learner's progress through a learning program, provide a forum for collaborating, centralize the program for information and scheduling, and provide a platform for synchronous and asynchronous courseware and enable the assessment of learning effectiveness. This was the definition given by Sun Microsystems in 2001. Learning management system embraces any use of web technology to plan, organize, implement and control aspects of the learning process. The most comprehensive description has been given by Greenberg, wherein he says, learning management system is a high-level strategic solution for planning, delivering and managing all learning events within the organization, including online, virtual classroom and instructor-led courses. So, basically we can say learning management system is a software application for the administration, documentation, tracking, reporting, delivery of e-learning education courses or training programs. LMSs, that is learning management systems, range from systems for managing training and educational records to software for distributing online or blended or hybrid college courses over the internet with features for online collaboration. Colleges and universities use learning management systems to deliver online courses and complement the on-campus courses. Corporate training departments use LMSs to deliver online training as well as automate record keeping and employee registration. In an educational setting, adoption of LMS has a wide scope. Universities are seeing distance education as the means to the future. It is also seen as a way to decrease costs, decrease the need for classrooms, increase access to education and increase their student population. Instructors also find the use of LMS actually improves their teaching. LMS not only delivers the content, but also handles registration for the courses, course administration, skill gap analysis, tracking and reporting. We look at some of the components or the features of LMS. Since most organizations tend to customize the LMS according to their needs, the typical features are difficult to list out. But the most common features are given as registration coordination, scheduling coordination, program tracking, student tracking, learning assessment, testing of the learners, material distribution and reporting. It can also include online conference mechanism, budget tracking, resource management, learner profiling, online help, blended learning support and administrative tools. An effective LMS performs the functions of creating class rosters, controlling registration and creating waiting lists, uploading and maintaining the documents containing curriculum content, delivering course content over a web-based interface, allowing for an entirely remote educational experience for the instructor and student, creating and publishing course calendars, interacting between the students via functionalities like instant messaging, email and forums, to establishing methods for assessment and testing such as multiple choice quizzes. It also helps if an LMS has an additional feature like automatic enrollment and reminders for mandatory courses, manager access for approving materials and participation, human resource integration for tracking performance goals, course completions and employee eligibility. There are various LMS providers which are available, but it is important for an organization to consider how it plans to deliver the training material to students and then match the need for the LMS. There are different types of LMSs, few of them we are going to do. One is free versus commercial. Now, free is open source software is free. It can be modified to meet the demands of the organization, but since it is a free software, there is no support system, so it becomes difficult to make even small changes. Any organization which uses this free open software has to take the help of a separate paid system. Commercial software on the other hand offers users a support staff and tend to be much easier to deploy and to use, but it is not free, it costs money. Among the commercial LMS products, there are typically two main types, installed or the service based cloud option. One of the most important element of LMS is the ability to scale up or down quickly and easily. Commercial products are typically sold as locally hosted enterprise product, which is hosted on an organization's own server, or as a software as a service SaaS offering, which is hosted on the vendor servers and is accessible from anywhere. A locally installed LMS offers users the ability to individualize and customize their LMS. So, if organization already has a IT paid staff in place that can administer the system, handle the support and customize, locally hosted LMS can be powerful and useful for such an organization. Generally, cloud based SaaS products offer trainers more flexibility when it comes to scaling up or down. Because the product is sold as a service, the burden of making systems upgrade, freeing up bandwidth, providing IT support falls on the vendor rather than the customer. Another important aspect to look for in an LMS is whether it comes with the ability to create training content. In some cases, an LMS is simply a tool to distribute course content which must be created elsewhere. Some LMS systems come with some authoring tools that allows trainers and designers to develop their own unique content. Other LMS vendors give separate course creation tools for purchase, while some offer no authoring tools whatsoever and rely on third-party course materials. Learning management systems have come a long way from the earliest days of e-learning. As LMS systems become more sophisticated, one of the most exciting development is the ability of the system to integrate with the other applications that the organization already uses, whether it is internal calendars, email or social networks like Facebook or Twitter. Other LMS products may also integrate closely with the system, which tend to focus on providing support to the human resource staff functions like recruiting, performance, management and also payroll. Now, we look at some of the characteristics of LMS. A learning management system should have the following characteristics. The first one is it should have a structure. A proper structure with centralization and organization of all the learning related functions into one system would help navigation easy and effective. The second characteristic is the security. Learning management system should be able to protect from unauthorized access to courses, student records and administrative functions. The third characteristic is registration. It should help in finding and selecting or assigning courses, curricula, etc. by learners and their supervisors, which would also include instructor-led training classes. Another very important characteristic is the delivery. Should be able to provide smooth delivery of content, on-demand delivery of learning content and experience to learners. Another important aspect is interaction. It should facilitate learners' interaction not only with the content and communication between learners, instructors, course administrators, but also between the communicative content and the LMS. Assessment is the next characteristic. An LMS should enable administrating assessment and the collection, tracking and storing of assessment data with further actions taken based on the results of the assessment. Many LMSs include the ability to create assessments as well. Another important feature required is tracking. Tracking learner data including progress on the predefined set of training goals and requirements, and tracking of courses for usage, especially in relation to the required deployment of mandate training. Reporting. It should enable extraction and presentation of information by administrators and stakeholders about the learners and courses, including the information that is tracked. Record keeping. A very important feature, it should have provision for storage and maintenance of data about the learners. This includes both demographical information, profiling learners, and their training progress and accomplishments. It should also help facilitate reuse. So, it should be able to search and recombine courses and possibly parts of courses for delivery in different curricula and learning tracks. Another important characteristic is personalization. It should enable configuration of LMS functions, interfaces and features by learners and administrators to match personal preference, organizational needs, etc. Next important characteristics, integration. Exchange of data with external system to facilitate enterprise-wide tracking of learner performance and transfer of user data, and to exploit external content and learning resources should be a characteristic of an LMS. Administration becomes one of the most important functions or characteristics of LMS. It should be able to centrally manage all the functions which we have listed above so far. Now, let us look at some of the advantages of LMS. Learning management systems are important for mid-sized organizations and above who are looking to systematically manage the learning and development of their staff. LMS saves companies and instructors valuable time and money by enabling them to easily manage the training of large groups of learners through a web-based environment with anytime, anywhere accessibility. It can also be beneficial for different types of learners and different types of learning. Let's look at some of them. Initial learning. It's useful for students who are acquiring skills and knowledge for the first time. Continued learning, wherein extending the skills and knowledge in a particular domain which the child has already acquired. Remedial learning, that is refreshing the skills and knowledge for learners whose knowledge has decayed or has become stagnant over a period of time. Upgrade learning, that is moving to a higher level of competency in skill and knowledge which they already have acquired. Transfer learning, transfer of skills and knowledge learned in one particular domain or context, transferring them into a different one. Some of the most important benefits of learning management systems are: first one is anytime, anywhere learning. LMS allows companies and trainers to manage training programs by uploading all their training materials to a central location. This allows employees and learners to access the learning material at any time from anywhere with internet access. The second benefit is that it can give intelligent insights with the reports and statistics that it is able to collect. With advanced reporting and tracking features, LMS systems are perfect tool to gauge the learning process of the employees and the students. Detailed reports like the course report, user report, group report and compliance report as well as learner statistics allow trainers to easily identify the progress of a large group of employees or even individual students. The third benefit is that it can be easily created and conduct online tests. Many LMSs come bundled with advanced quiz and test making tools, enabling instructors to easily gauge learning levels, automate grading, set up a certification process and much more. They can easily add text, quizzes and surveys to their course and utilize a number of security controls to prevent cheating in online tests and quizzes. Another important benefit is that it saves time. Now, how does it do it? By using the LMS to create and conduct training programs, companies and instructors save hours of time from traditional methods of delivery. Unlike training events conducted in regular classrooms, LMS training programs can be easily organized and scheduled according to the convenience of the employees as well as the students. They can be backed up, imported into empty course shells, shared with other instructors and reused numerous times. Well, it saves time, but it also saves money. Companies and instructors save money by using virtual classrooms. They reduce transportation and lodging costs and the time spent away from work traveling. For a relatively low price, LMS environment allows companies and educational institutions alike to save on administrative and paperwork caused by creating online courses, which they can reuse multiple times to train geographically distant team of employees or students. It can easily customize and update the content. With all the training material hosted in a central location, companies and trainers can easily update the existing content or add new content in a very short period of time. LMS allow instant access for adding new material to keep the training program relevant. Learners will be able to see the updated material immediately, giving the course a fresh new look. It's easy schedule training for a mobile workforce. LMS allows companies to easily schedule training for their staff on multiple shifts and lower the operating cost. Telecommuting employees can take training from anywhere at times that best meet their needs. This flexibility also helps companies to attract more employees and increases the productivity of their existing employees. Another benefit is being able to use content that learners are most receptive to, such as interactive videos that are hard to share in an offline classroom. Additionally, the LMS hosted communication tools help a mobile workforce communicate and collaborate effectively with each other. Another benefit is that it offers personalized and interactive learning. LMS allows instructors to create interactive e-courses by using videos, images, audio and text, which serve as excellent learning aids. Learners can also communicate with their trainers and peers through online discussion forums, making learning much more interactive, engaging and personalized for learners. Well, it saved us time, money. Now let us see if it can make us some money online. Yes, LMS can help you make money online. Few LMSs allow instructors to make money online by selling their courses with an automated payment process. Learners can easily register and pay online for the courses they want to take. As a business grows, instructors also have the option to design their own billing system and use the LMS only for delivery of those courses inside their website and under their brand. It becomes easy to manage and track the staff training with an LMS, which also is another benefit of an LMS. Training administration can be time consuming and difficult, particularly in medium to large organizations with many staff working in different roles across a variety of physical locations. Right learning management system can streamline this administrative effort, making it easy to ensure every staff member receives the appropriate training, as well as helping manage the classrooms, instructors, equipment and other resources needed to deliver the course. A very useful advantage or benefit is that it can consolidate all the training information into one system. There are significant benefits to having all the training information in a single consolidated system. At a glance, the status of a company-wide training programs can be reviewed and recorded. Staff who have completed certain qualifications can be identified and much more. Rather than having to search through several different systems and paper files to find out what you need, the right LMS can put all the training information in one place. There are a lot of benefits that we have seen. But do LMS have some limitations also? They do. Cost is the first limitation. It's pretty expensive to create. Depending on the needs of the company, it can be modified or customized, but the initial cost is more. The amount of time required to install the necessary hardware, software, course and database is huge. It's a technology based application and hence will need an expert to handle the everyday work. It will need an LMS administrator. But when we look at it, the benefits far outweigh the limitations. The next aspect of this module is the application of the LMSs. Where all can they be applied and how? Since we have seen the different advantages of LMS in the current world of technology and e-technology, it is clearly understood that LMS can be applied in all fields of business, healthcare, education, government, finance, etc. Now, let us look at some of the important applications. As an administration tool, LMS enables administrators to manage user registration and profile, define roles, set curricula, chart certification paths, assign tutors, author courses, manage content, add and administer internal budgets, user payments and chargebacks. Administrators can have complete access to training database, enabling them to create standard and customized reports on the individual and group performance. It can be applied for integration with human resource. As is clear from the different features of the LMS earlier, it has become an integrated HR system wherein a human resource employee can enter a new hire's information into the human resource system, and the employee is automatically signed up for training tailored to his or her role within the organization. It can be applied for content access. Since it involves a different media in which content can be delivered like CD-ROM or online, and different methods of instruction and delivery of the content like instructor paced or self paced or blended, it can be applied in any industry or in the field of education. It can be used in different languages and hence has no boundary in terms of its application. It can be used for content development. LMS enables content development. So, depending on the kind of industry it is being used in, it helps in authoring, maintaining and storing the learning content. It is a useful tool for skill management. Skill assessment and management capabilities revolve around learners assessing their competency gaps. Since LMS allows skill assessment from multiple sources, including peer review and 360-degree feedback tools, managers are able to determine whether results are weighed, averaged or compared to determine a skill gap. Businesses can also use this feature to research their employee base for specialized skills. For assessment capabilities, LMSs are equipped with assessment features which will enable the user to evaluate, test or design and build a program that becomes more useful to the company which is using it. As we have seen from the above discussion, e-learning has become the new trend in education, technology enabled education, where content can be uploaded and made delivered to the students right in the comfort of their homes. LMS is a tool, a web-based tool which helps us in documentation, administration and delivery of the e-content required for the students and for their courses. We have seen that LMS is a software which helps in e-learning on a self-paced level, wherein the student can access the material, online reading material at any time, anywhere convenience. LMS comes with a lot of features which help in maximum utilization of the resources that are available within. It is a robust feature to keep track of the students and their profiles, to keep track of administration, to keep track of admissions, create and design assessment tools and keep a track record of the students whether individual or as a team performance. The implementation of LMS is an important tool in the e-learning facility, and it helps in tracking and controlling the students and their records. And we have also seen some of the features or characteristics which are necessary for an LMS to effectively deliver what it promises to do. Lot of advantages, and there are few disadvantages which could be overcome over a course of time. With many advantages, with many applications in the field of education, health, business or industry, LMS is a very effective tool that will become a future need and support for the organizations using it. Thank you.